3 weeks ago, I guess. There were 8 teenagers and 3 adults who had the opportunity to go with Club Beyond, which is our youth ministry here to our military and civilian families. Got the opportunity to go to the Czech Republic on a work project, and there are several of them here this morning, and we want to give them an opportunity to share with you a little bit about that trip and what the Lord did in their lives. All right, so who's first? Oh, Becca. All right. Introduce yourself and then...
Hi, I'm Becca, Becca Russell. I went on this Czech trip, and I don't know if you guys actually know what we did on the Czech trip. We went to Czech Republic, and we went to a school, and every morning we would get up, have breakfast, and we were singing tents. And it was really cold at night. So every night we were freezing, and we woke up, had breakfast, and then every morning we would go to a school and teach a couple classes. We would usually teach them English, we would teach them fun songs and stuff like that, and play American sports with them. And it was really fun, but my favorite part of the trip was every night after we went to a place where we would have a lesson and sing, we would go back to our tents, and my leader was Mrs. Mosier. Right there, Mrs. Mosier, and every night we would go back to our tents and have a small group, and I felt like I could be really open with these people, and I strengthened my friendships with my friends, and I was able to talk about stuff that I don't usually talk about, and I thought it was really great because sorry, I didn't know if it was working. I think it was great because even though we were supposed to be the ones reaching out to the kids, I felt really reached out too. Shannon, do you want to go next?
Being voluntold.
Okay.
I'm Shannon, and I also went to Czech Republic. I think one of the best parts about it was that we were kind of nervous how the kids would receive us. We were like, oh, are they gonna care that we're here? Are they gonna want to listen, or just be like, I don't know you? But they did, and they were very cooperative, and they laughed, they had fun, they gave us all treats, and that was like, wow. And some of us made little friends with the little kids. They would come up to us and just go, because they couldn't speak, so they were just like, hi. We were like, hi. And it was just a lot of fun when they would hang out with us. And the scariest part, I think, was when we would teach the older classes, like the 9th graders or 10th graders or whatever, and we thought they also wouldn't really care, but they were also very open with us and very cooperative, and they taught us games as well, and it was just a lot of fun to be able to reach out to some people, because it's one of the most atheist countries, and it's just really cool to share Jesus with them. And I saw a bunch of change in them. They were a little closed up, but then when they realized that we were cool with them, they started to open up more and laugh more and smile more, and they would scream, shout, hey, whenever we pass by, and we were like, oh, we feel special. But yeah, that was very awesome to me that we made a difference.
Hello, I'm Vin. I, of course, also went on the Czech trip. Every time I go on a service project or a mission trip, I found it that it's very often that there's a theme of spiritual renewal for me. Because there was a point in time a few months ago to where I felt really spiritually dry and just really down. But going on this mission trip and doing these things for God, it was really fulfilling. They didn't mention it earlier, but we also built the children a playground, which was very painful. But But there were many times when I was carrying my wheelbarrow full of dirt and rocks to a giant mound, and there was a lot of times where I wanted to just give up and say, I'm done, I'm going to my tent, I'm passing out for a few hours. But I was like, it's not about me, these are for the kids, and the kids are going to love this. And so I have to, keep on going and keep on pushing and keep on going through. And as soon as we cut the ribbon and told the kids to go and play on the playground, all those hours of pain and hard work and sweat and sometimes tears was worth it. We also assisted in the ESL classes, and at first I was very worried, just because you're going to a foreign country, going to some person's school. Hey, we're going to teach your kids. But the kids were very open, and I found that the kids were very hospitable, more hospitable than we thought. There was one instance to where the teacher asked me if I like chocolate, and I'm like, yes, and then she goes behind her desk, and there's a giant box full of chocolates and stuff like that, and she and she gives it to us. And it really humbled me and made me feel more appreciative for what I have. And I agree with Becca that my favorite part was the small groups, because there were things that I wanted to talk about and to bring up with things that I normally wouldn't. But with Derek, he was very open and very helpful, and it was very fulfilling, and I'm really glad I went on this trip.
Thank you guys for sharing. Well, come on up. All right. We got somebody else that wants to share, and I can't tell her no.
Wouldn't you rather listen to me anyway? 'Cause he's next. I went on the trip, and I just wanted to bring back to you guys the thing that blessed me probably the most was the kids that we took from this chapel. I went to be with Madeline, our Madeline, who's not here today. She's still in the States. But when Doug asked us to go on the trip, I was like, okay, great. Time with our Madeline, because she's getting old and I'm mushy. So I thought, okay, let's have some time with our girl. Well, I wasn't really with Madeline much the whole trip, but I was with our kids from the chapel, and from you guys who weren't there, I got to see such treasures that we have in our chapel. They did everything that was asked of them. They did it boldly, kindly, with grace, with love, with expression. I could not believe. They were in a challenging situation because they had to go into schools without a lot of prep and do these classes, and the kids fell in love with our kids that we took. And I fell in love with our kids. And so I just want you guys to know that we sent a group of really good kids, and I thank you for your prayers. And I want to thank the Lord for his grace in my life, because I had to leave our two little ones at home. And that was really hard for me because I'm mushy and a wimp. And so I just asked Jesus to please help me have peace, that I could enjoy Madeline, who I didn't see, but that I could enjoy Madeline and the trip and our kids, and to do what the Lord wanted me to do and not cry all the time because our two little ones were home. And the Lord did that in an amazing way. And so I'm going to just leave them now all the time. No, I'm just kidding about that. But anyhow, I wanted to bless you with your kids. They were a gift to me while we were gone. So you can be proud of the kids that you sent on the trip.
I don't know if you've had the opportunity to go on some sort of a missions trip, but it's life-changing to do something like that. And I believe that those who go are typically impacted more than those that they go to work with, because of all that's involved with it and the things that the Lord life and the things that you learn, and it's just such a blessing. So, plug for Wes. If you're able to go in August to the trip that he's planning, or sometime in the future, I'm sure there will be more. I encourage you to seek that opportunity and experience the blessing of going and working with people in somewhere, away from your home, and the challenge and blessing of that.